Hello, my name is Leila Wilds, and today we're going to be talking about a very important topic, the connection between health and stress. Stress is something we all experience, but understanding how it affects our health can help us manage it better. You may be wondering, what is stress? Stress is the body's natural response to challenges or demands. It can be triggered by various factors such as work pressure, financial problems, or even personal issues. While a little stress can be beneficial to keeping us alert and motivated, chronic stress could have serious consequences to our health. There are two different kinds of stress, eustress and distress. Eustress is the effect of positive events, otherwise known as good stress. An example of eustress could be the excitement when you're preparing for a big event, like a sports competition. This kind of stress can push you to perform your best and achieve your goals. Now, on the other hand, distress is the effect of unpleasant and undesirable stressors. For example, you might be feeling overwhelmed about an exam for which you feel unprepared. This kind of stress can make it difficult to concentrate, and it can really affect your health.
Hi, my name's Issa, and stress is a common thing. Stress to me is a tension on my brain. It strains me, it hurts my body, it hurts my brain, it hurts everything to the point that I feel stuck and I can't move. My stress pulls me left, pulls me right, pulls me up, pulls me down, and it makes my brain feel too big for my head, which makes me overstimulated.
After hearing this example, you can see how stress can contribute to many health issues. Some common ones might not even just be being overstimulated. It could be high blood pressure, heart disease, and other mental health disorders. A common kind of stress is known as chronic stress. This is the continuation state of stress which is experienced over a long period of time. This kind of stress could lead to many health problems like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, depression, and anxiety. Chronic stress affects almost every system in the body. Stress hormones can suppress the immune system, which makes us prone to infection. Not only can chronic stress affect our physical health, chronic stress can also take a toll on our mental health. It can lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, and burnout, which overall affects the quality of life. This can impair our cognitive functions like memory and concentration, which makes it difficult to perform tasks efficiently in life. Aside from chronic stress, there's also acute stress. This is short-term stress. The most common example would be the flight or fight response. This is a psychological reaction that occurs when the body receives a harmful attack or a threat to its own survival. When stressed, the body releases hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, which prepare the body to either fight or flee from the situation. This response can be beneficial in small outbursts, but it can be harmful if activated frequently, which could then lead to chronic stress. This response is a psychological reaction to stressors that prepares your body for a comforting or escape route. When you encounter stressors like a lurking deadline or when you're in a conflict with someone, your brain triggers the release of hormones, such as adrenaline or cortisol. I know what you may be wondering. What are stressors? Stressors are the events or conditions in your environment that trigger stress. They can be anything that causes you to feel stressed or anxious. Some common examples are catastrophes, personal stressors, hassles, but on the other hand, there's also some called uplifts. So let's break this down. Catastrophes are unpredictable and large-scale events that are created that causes one to adapt. Some examples might be hurricanes or tornadoes, or just any natural disasters in general. Another one is a personal stressor. This is a major life event that has a negative consequence, but eventually it will go away. Some common examples are a family death or the loss of a job. The next ones are hassles. Hassles are just daily annoyances. Some may be an excessive amount of homework or having your flight being delayed. And on the other hand, there's uplifts. These are more positive. So unlike the others, this is a positive minor event. This could be like going out to eat with your friends or just getting enough sleep at the end of the day. After hearing all of these, you might be wondering, what are some ways to deal with good stress? Maintaining stress is crucial for maintaining a good health. Some could be exercise, being able to go out. Some are a healthy diet, and some relaxation techniques like meditation or yoga. So I've asked a couple of my friends to help me and talk about what they have dealt with in their lives and how they deal with stress.
Hey guys, my name is Cher, and how I deal with stress is I write music in my songbook.
The way that I personally handle stress best is I try to zone out and I try to be more in the moment. So typically that looks like me listening to music, taking a break, closing my eyes, and just trying to re-hone where I am and trying to figure out what's next and what steps I can take to make the next step easier.
So I like to work out and I like to run and I lift weights, and it's just a part of the process of how I like to relieve stress every day. I also like to take showers to calm my body down. It just gives me a space to clear my head without somebody bothering me, minus the fact that the kids knock on the door. But it does help, I promise. Sleeping. You can't just sleep like right in the moment that you're stressed, but getting a good night's sleep is super helpful. I don't exactly get the best sleep, but any sleep is really helpful to maintain the calmness after being stressed and clearing your mind. Being outside is extremely helpful, and just giving you that space to be alone, feel the fresh air, feel the breeze and the sun on your body, and it's extremely helpful to clear your mind.
I deal with stress by focusing on the things I can control instead of the things I can't.
Personally, when I have to deal with stress, like during finals, exams, or when I have a whole bunch of homework, I like to listen to music. Listening to music helps me focus, and it drowns out the outside noise. And it also helps change my mood. I've noticed that listening to music keeps me focused, and it also keeps me productive. Also, I like to do divide and conquer. If I have a big assignment like an essay, I like to take it day by day. This helps lighten the homework load instead of having to do it all on one day. When I procrastinate, I find myself wishing I had started ahead, which then stresses me out a lot more. A familiar type of stressor is a psychological stressor. This includes pressure, uncontrollability, frustration, and aggression. So let's break this down. Pressure refers to the feeling of being pushed to meet high demands or expectations. For example, a student might feel pressure to get good grades because their parents' expectations or scholarship requirements. I know personally I am dealing with these kind of stresses right now, and this pressure from my parents to get into a good college. Uncontrollability is the feeling that you have no control over a situation or its outcomes. You could be stuck in traffic or late for an important meeting, and there's really nothing you can do to change the situation. Frustration is feeling upset or annoyed because you can't have something, or it's blocking your goals. For instance, a person could be frustrated when their computer crashes after losing a hard document and it just erases all of their work. I know personally I have had experience with this, and it's not fun. Aggression is a behavior that is intended to cause harm or pain towards another person. This could be in a physical attack or a heated argument with another person. Conflict is another common example of stress. This is broken down into 4 parts: approach, avoidance, approach, double approach avoidance, and multiple approach avoidance. So let's start with approach. This is when a person must choose between 2 desired goals. So let's say you have to decide between 2 exciting summer vacations. One could be a beach resort in Hawaii, or another one could be a cultural tour in Europe. The next one is avoidance. This is the opposite. You have to choose between 2 undesired goals. So for me, I had to choose to take AP Calc or AP US History. Approach avoidance is when you have to consider the pros and cons of a goal. So a common example would be getting a great job promotion. In this job promotion, it comes with a really big salary, but you have to relocate. So this situation, it causes a conflict because even though you want the promotion, the relocation part is not. Double avoidance is similar to this because even though it's the same as approach avoidance, instead of choosing between one goal, it's 2 goals. So for me, I had to choose between 2 universities. This first university is very prestigious and it has a really great academic program. However, it's super far from home and it's really expensive. However, the second university is more affordable and is closer to home, but it's not as strong and it doesn't have as many academic opportunities as I would like. And finally, the next one is multiple approach avoidance. This is the same as the last two, but it uses many goals instead of just one or two. To summarize what we learned, understanding the impact of stress on our health is the first step into managing it effectively. By adopting healthy habits and coping strategies, we can reduce stress and improve our overall health. Remember, taking care of your mental and physical health is essential for a happy and fulfilling life. By recognizing these signs of stress and implementing effective stress management techniques like exercise and meditation, we can take steps into improving our own health and how we see life. Taking proactive steps to manage stress not only enhances your physical health, but it also promotes mental and emotional resilience. Thank you guys for listening. I hope this helped.